Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true.
Man wanted for wounding with intent captured in St. Mary. A wanted man for the offense of wounding with intent was captured early Wednesday morning in Gale, St. Mary, the Jamaica Constabulary Force revealed. Kurt Griffiths was taken into custody around 2:30 a.m. According to Acting Commanding Officer for the St. Mary Division, Deputy Superintendent of Police Kevin Francis, Griffiths was apprehended without incident. The St. Mary Police, through partnership with our citizens, have provided information on the whereabouts of Kurt Griffiths, who was wanted on charges of wounding with intent in the Anata Bay area. A targeted raid was planned and carried out about 2:30, and the suspect was found and taken into safe custody without incident, DSP Francis stated. We are looking at this as a win for not just the police but for citizens, as it bolsters relationship and shows that the police and citizens can work together to achieve these kinds of successes, he added. Francis went on to issue a stern warning to the other persons on the wanted list. We are encouraging you to turn yourselves in. We will be relentless in our approach to finding you, and our citizens will work with the police with a view to make Jamaica a place to live, raise families, and do business. We continue our efforts in St. Mary to be contributing to making the JCF a force for good, DSP Francis stated. 73-year-old woman allegedly kills husband over reported exclusion from will. A 73-year-old woman has been charged with the murder of her husband in Cabbage Valley District, St. Elizabeth on Saturday. Enid Townsend, a farmer, is expected to appear before the St. Elizabeth Parish Court later this week. Townsend, who is still in police custody, is charged for the death of her husband Arthur, also a farmer, who was killed following a disagreement over his will. It was reported that around 4 a.m. last Saturday, the couple was at home and they reportedly had a dispute over a will that the husband was purportedly preparing. The wife, the police said, became very upset with her husband, who was not including her in the will. An argument reportedly developed during which a sharp object was used to stab Arthur all over his body, killing him on the spot. He was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. The wife was subsequently taken into custody. Person of interest in Spanish Town triple murder killed. The police have revealed that a man who was listed as a person of interest in the triple murder in Waterloo District, Spanish Town, St. Catherine, was shot and killed Wednesday morning. Senior Superintendent of Police SSP Stephanie Lindsay said police assigned to the St. Catherine North Division were acting on intelligence when the man who was listed as Gaza or Gaza Man was shot and killed. She also revealed that the deceased man's brother, along with 2 other men, were taken into custody. They carried out an operation this morning. It was intelligence-led. Out of that operation, they seized 2 illegal firearms. There was an incident and 1 person was fatally shot and 3 persons were taken into custody. One of the persons that died in the incident this morning was named yesterday afternoon by investigators as a person of interest. He was named on the list as Gaza or Gaza Man. So the firearm was seized, and he unfortunately died during the incident, SSP Lindsay stated. SSP Lindsay confirmed that Tuesday's murders were a continuation of gang conflict that started sometime in August. Yesterday seemed to be a response to what happened then as part of an ongoing gang conflict, she stated. In addition to Gaza Man, the police had released the names of 6 other men as persons of interest in the murders. They are Demar Williams, otherwise called Kai Kai, Othni Lobon, otherwise called Tipman, a man known only as Buffy, a man known only as Richie, and a man known only as Nigos, who is said to be overseas, and a man known only as Blacks. The 3 deceased, 34-year-old Sharon Francis Wellington, her husband 43-year-old Omar Wellington, and 16-year-old son Orlando Wellington, were found dead inside their house with hands bound and, according to the police, were shot and their throats slashed. Persons said the residents reported hearing explosions after 3 a.m. and when checks were made, the family members were found dead.
We did indicate that the intelligence community and the investigators would look more closely at what happened yesterday to see if we could find some more information that could give us some lead as to why the individuals were killed yesterday. Based on the work that they did, they are satisfied that what happened yesterday morning is a continuation of a gang conflict that started sometime in August. Yesterday seemed to be a response to what happened then as part of the ongoing gang conflict. So they carried out an operation this morning. It was intelligence-led. Out of that operation, they seized 2 illegal firearms. There was an incident and 1 person was fatally shot and 3 persons taken into custody. One of the persons that died in the incident this morning was named yesterday afternoon by the investigators as a person of interest. He was named on the list as Gaza or Gaza man. So the firearm was seized and he, unfortunately, he died. One of the persons in custody of the 3 is a brother of his, and there are 2 other persons. When they did the assessment, one of the things that the investigators realized, even from what they picked up on the ground, that the likelihood of reprisal for that incident yesterday morning was very imminent. And we saw what happened this morning where the police and the military team that worked the operation actually intercepted what could be another serious incident. Probably they saved some lives by virtue of what they did. They are satisfied that they're on the right path in terms of the leads that they are following. They suspect, based on what they know, that there are other individuals that they are looking for. There's still some other persons that are on the list of names that were sent out as persons of interest. And those persons were named as persons of interest because they believe that they can assist them with the investigation, because the investigators will not stop until they find some closure for the family that was killed yesterday.
1 man charged for allegedly shooting at police. Search for cronies continue. 1 of 3 men who reportedly fired several shots at a policeman at the Irons Mountain Road in St. Anne on Tuesday, August 19, has been charged. Charged with shooting with intent, possession of a prohibited weapon, unauthorized possession of ammunition, and using a prohibited weapon to commit a felony is 35 years old Omar Thomas, otherwise called Rob, a taxi operator of Church Street, Harrison Town in Old St. Anne. Reports are that about 6:30 p.m., the cop was traveling towards Monique in the parish when he observed a white Toyota Axio motor car with flashing lights behind his wheel. He reportedly pulled over. However, the driver of the Toyota Axio used the motor car to block his vehicle. 3 armed men alighted from the Toyota Axio motor car and allegedly opened gunfire at the policeman. The lawmen reportedly took evasive action and returned the gunfire. The Toyota Axio motor car reportedly sped off and crashed into an embankment. The gunmen escaped. Other police personnel responded to the scene, and Thomas was subsequently found with gunshot wounds. He was taken to hospital where he was treated. On Friday, September 1, Thomas was placed on an identification parade and was pointed out. He was charged after a question and answer session on Monday. His court date is being finalized. The search for his cronies continues. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell.